Hello and welcome to Ipswich's Real Estate Podcast, a podcast where we help you navigate the often complex world of buying, selling and renting right here in beautiful Ipswich and its surrounding suburbs. I'm Steve Athanates. I'm the owner of NGU Real Estate here in Ipswich and a few other, about 6 other locations. I'm joined today by Matthew Taylor-Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing.
Yes, hello Steve, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, never a chore, mate. You know that.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we're going to have a discussion about the month that was, February 2026. What happened?
Yes.
Our shortest month, 28 days. What happened?
Yes. Well, you need to tell me that, but how did we go? What did we do from a listing perspective and selling perspective?
Well, I need to tell you. I need to tell the people, the good people of Ipswich,
yes, that
we opened our doors back on the 1st of November 2017 as NGU Real Estate. Since then, we've obviously grown from strength to strength and we've had some absolutely massive, monumental results.
Yes.
But I'm here to tell you today that in February 2026, we had the biggest month in the history of NGU Real Estate Ipswich and all my partner offices.
Wow.
So those offices are Ripley, Carolee, Greater Springfield, Brisbane West, which is at Forest Lake, Baval, Ipswich Central, and also a contribution very well deserved from our NGU Lifestyle team, which is headed by Amy.
Yes,
Amy Tarrant. So
that's insane, though.
We had the biggest month ever in the history of NGU Real Estate in a 28-day month.
Yep.
All right, so super excited, very tired. So if I look like death.
And then Matt showed up and said, you have to do your podcast.
I have to do my podcast. But, mate, look, for the month of February, 28 days, 121 properties listed for sale.
That's crazy.
Absolutely massive. For the people of Ipswich and everyone who's trusted us, some people are local, some people are investors and interstate and all those sorts of things. But to everyone, thank you for trusting our offices to look after your property needs. Effectively, we listed more than 4 properties every single day in the month of February.
Yep.
All right, so huge. Thank you.
And so that's listing.
Yep.
What did we do? What did we sell then?
We didn't quite sell 4 a day, all right? I need to preface that before everyone gets too excited.
He'd be even more tired if he did.
I'd be more tired if we did. But,
yes.
But look, we did have an absolutely cracking month. 97 properties sold in 28 days, so we didn't quite crack the ton, right, in terms of sales, but real close, 97 sales, which is unbelievable. That equates to nearly $83 million worth of Ipswich real estate sold in the month of February.
Yes.
That's why we're tired. That's why we're tired.
Big month. That's why the energy's low.
I know, I'm trying to pump myself up. I had an energy drink before I came on and everything.
Yes. All right, so that's the buying and selling. Was there any markets that you saw in particular, and obviously there's a lot of properties, but was there any markets in particular that you saw that were, I guess, hotter than others, or was it still relative to what we've talked about before, where people are still considering, they're looking for that lifestyle, they're looking for those properties that are more rural, or a little bit more land, so they've got space to, have the pool, have that sort of stuff? What are we seeing?
Look, every sector, every suburb is strong, and we're seeing unprecedented price growth. Believe it or not, we had something like, it was 23 sales that were over $1 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And a lot of them well over $1 million. We had some 1.8s, some properties in the $2 million range. So some really strong results. And, the market, it's like it has an insatiable appetite for Ipswich property. Unfortunately, the biggest thing we have is we don't have enough to sell.
No, correct.
We still actually have, believe it or not, even with 121 listings, we still have a stock shortage.
Yes.
And I guess if you're a seller, the key factor is that there's more buyers than there is houses to buy.
Yes.
So 95% of all the houses we sell, and we sold 97 of them, are in multiple offer. So we've got sometimes 2, 3, Sometimes probably the most we've had for a while is we've like had 27 offers on one property.
Yes.
So like when you're in that sort of territory, what we know is that competition is the number one driver of price.
Yes.
If you've got one person who wants to buy it, that's good. If you've got two people, that's better. If you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, that's the best circumstance you can hope for in real estate, because people are being forced to fight it out.
Yes.
And you know, the days of trying to sort of nickel and dime and sneak up on a price, we're saying to people, all the games are over. We've got 3 offers or 5 offers or 12 offers or whatever it is.
Yep.
I just need your very best offer on your very best terms.
Yes.
And then we say, just give me that number. The number that if you don't get it for that price, you're happy to walk away. And I can tell you, mate, a lot of times we are actually surprised, shocked at what someone's prepared to pay for a property if they really want it. So if you're thinking about selling, if you've ever contemplated it, I promise you there's never been a better time than right now. This market is smoking hot. Agreed.
And clearly, you know, all the doom and gloom in the media around the interest rates and the effects it's having on the market, it's not doing anything, really.
Well, it hasn't so far. We've obviously had one interest rate rise.
Yes.
Inflation is not good.
No.
And they're tipping we could get a second. Now, we've said this for a long time, like what could potentially slow this market down? Well, sadly, we are now experiencing a war in Iran. Obviously, for anyone affected, we're sorry. It's not great for anyone. And obviously, if you've got loved ones in those areas, our heart goes out to you. It's obviously deeply concerning, but obviously it's a factor that we can't control.
Yes.
Is that enough to disrupt the market? I don't know.
Yes.
And no one really does. We've seen it heavily influence the share market.
Yes. Correct.
We've seen Bitcoin.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there's some strange things that are happening out there which are being affected by external factors that no one can control.
Yes.
So, like I said, we said what could stop it? We didn't see any factors that could stop it.
No, correct, yeah.
But now this war, hopefully it doesn't go on for too long and things go back to normal.
Yes.
But obviously deeply concerning what's happening in the world right now. But fingers crossed this doesn't go on for too long, and obviously there's some sort of resolution met in regards to this Iran war. But but apart from that, there's nothing slowing this market down.
No, and I mean, apart from what you just said, I can't see much affecting it, really.
No.
And as you said, you know, before, we've got more buyers than we do properties, so the demand is always going to be there, and as that continues...
Yeah.
So.
And look, there's an inherent problem, and I was just had a conversation with someone else today about... the federal government's got this great plan of building, literally thousands of homes, but they're thousands of homes behind. You're sort of thinking, like, surely in a country as advanced as ours, like, why is it so hard just to build some houses?
Yes.
So that people have some choices and there's some affordable choices. Okay, like the houses don't have to be the flashiest things in the world.
No.
Because not everyone can afford that anyway, but...
Yes.
Like, why is it so hard to build some houses, release some land, build some houses, and take some pressure off people who are obviously clearly struggling to get in?
Correct.
And that's the concerning thing is if you own a house, you think, oh, happy days, right? But if you're not in the market
and you're trying to get in,
we've talked about this. You can't save quick enough. To keep up with the prices that keep on increasing. So obviously for anyone out there who is trying to get in the market, again, keep trying, get yourself in there, save hard, and hopefully we get you into that property market soon and you start to benefit from the rises that we continuously talk about on this podcast.
Yes. So obviously we've talked now about what you've listed and what you've sold, but obviously there is the other side of things where rentals, and not so long ago we talked about that, and they were also a shortage and people were paying ridiculous money for that. Where are we sitting now with rentals, and how do we go?
Yeah, look, the rental market is still, it's not out of control. Obviously prices are still pushing along, but not as fast as obviously house prices are going up in terms of for sale.
Yes.
For rent, we're still seeing modest increases and not huge, ridiculous competition for properties. So generally speaking, that market is relatively stable.
Yep.
Right. We rented for the month. We've rented 15 homes for the month.
Yes.
We brought on 7 new managements. So we're obviously continuously always adding to our portfolio and obviously trying to provide affordable housing to the people that need it.
Yes.
But yeah, 7 new managements for the month. So always encouraging that we continuously adding to our portfolio.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Well, we might change it up a little bit. We got some questions here for you.
Beautiful. So some of our viewers out there.
Yep. So we've got Nathan. He asked, what are the suburbs that you're watching right now in the terms of growth?
Look, Brussels started off a little bit slow in some of our and some sectors of it in the 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Yep.
We didn't think it was growing as quickly as some other sectors. In recent times, Brussels has taken off, and we're starting to see a real sort of uplift in that sort of price point in the low set 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double garage sort of low set brick. So that one's Brussels really taken off. We just set a suburb record in the 1788 estate. We just sold a property for $1,030,000. That property's just gone unconditional last week, so it will settle. That sets a new price record for that 1788 estate. Nothing's ever sold over $1 million in there previously. Where we are seeing some growth in terms of even suburbs, like some of our core suburbs that have units and townhouses. Yep. So Beval, East Ipswich, some parts of North Ipswich, some of those places where there is more units or townhouses. We've seen some really strong growth, and I'm expecting that unit and townhouse market will continue to get stronger because house prices themselves are so high. Yes. And the last sector of the market that tends to come up is that unit townhouse. But now it's starting to look relative to a house really quite affordable. Yes. So you will see as people start to shift focus and think, well, maybe I can't afford a house on a suburban block of land, I could consider a unit or a townhouse. Yes. Because they're jumping in because they see value for money. But we expect in that sort of, especially in that Beval, East Ipswich, North Ipswich, where we're seeing units and townhouses, we will see price rises in those suburbs. Yes. In that class of property. Yep.
Perfect. And Amy, Amy has asked, do you think property prices can keep rising like this, or are we due to slow down? And obviously we've kind of talked about that a little bit.
We talked about the war, but see, let's set the war aside because obviously, again, that's something that no one here can control. Yeah. But generally speaking, the pricing has slowed down in terms of the quarterly rate of increase. I've seen a couple of articles where Brisbane house prices rose over the last 12 months on average by $152,000. Right, so like it's quite a lot. You break that even if you divide it by 4. Do you mean you're talking about increases of like $30,000, $32,000 every 3 months? Every quarter they're going up $30,000. Yep. Okay. You can't save that quick.
No.
And that's why we keep saying to people, you need to jump in the market as quick as you can.
Yes.
Right? So, but generally speaking, I don't see anything really slowing it down. If the trend continues and obviously if inflation continues to rise, we will potentially see interest rates continue to rise. Yes. That may slow us down a little bit. But apart from the war, the only other thing that will potentially slow us down is increased interest rates.
Yeah, agreed. And I guess the last thing from me is congratulations, but we heard that you got top agent again for Brussels.
6 years in a row.
Yes.
We're agency of the year again as well for Brussels. Obviously, this is our head office where we're filming this podcast today. Yes. So to the people of Brussels, both who live here and our external investors, thank you so much for trusting myself, my team, everyone who's associated with our support staff, our contract administrators. We all pulled together to get this job done, but we have obviously had unprecedented success again in that Brussels market. And obviously that 3 Aramac, that's just one example of another record price that we've set here in Brassel.
Yeah.
So I think the market's looking at us to say, okay, well, you set the tone for the market, particularly here in Brassel. Like obviously there's a number of other suburbs that we obviously do very, very well in.
Yes.
But yeah, we just won Agency of the Year again for Brassel for the 6th year in a row. So to the people of Ipswich and surrounding and our investors, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Well, that's all I've got.
That's all I've got too. As you know, we're exhausted. That 28-day month, that really came around quick.
Yep.
And how quick is this year going?
I know, I can't believe we're in March already.
We're in March, and like honestly, Christmas feels like a long time ago. So
yes, it sure does.
Now, guys, obviously, just like Nathan and Amy who wrote into us, we'd love to hear your feedback. Your feedback is important to us. If you'd like to ask any questions, comment on what we're talking about, please subscribe to the link below. We'd love to hear from you. Yes. Once again, Matthew Taylor-Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing. Thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. So just to finish off, obviously, I'm Steve Athanates. I'm the owner of NGU Real Estate here in Ipswich. If you'd like to see more of what we're talking about, join us for our next episode of Ipswich's Real Estate Podcast.